Hello everyone, Dr. Lori Langdon, board certified pediatrician, mother of 6, grandmother to 2, with a quick word on the current infant formula shortage. So first of all, please do not start making homemade recipes to copy the ratios of formula. This can be dangerous, and in the past, we have had some tragedies from electrolyte abnormalities that could result in brain swelling, seizures, and even death in extreme cases. So please do not resort to doing any kind of crazy homemade recipes, okay? So I want to just teach you a little bit about infant formula so that you'll know why it's important to purchase it until it's time for your baby to transition to regular whole cow's milk at 12 months, as long as they're not cow's milk protein allergic. So there are 3 major brand names of infant formula. Similac, which is made by Ross, Enfamil, made by Mead Johnson, and Gerber, made by Nestle. There are also some very fine generic or store brands that are nearly equivalent, often exactly identical, and even can tell you on the packaging compare to, so that you'll know which one compares to which formula your baby is on now, so that it could be a similar match. So I want to tell you, in much the same way that Coke and Pepsi may have a with caffeine product, a without caffeine product, a without sugar product, and they're 2 different brand names, but a Diet Coke and a Diet Pepsi are roughly equivalent, or a Coke Zero and a Pepsi Zero. Well, in the same way with infant formulas, if you had a basic cow's milk protein formula, the regular starter version of formula, from the 3 main brand names and even store brands, it would not be that different. Now remember, they each also have, for example, partially hydrolyzed. And so if you were going from 1 brand's partially hydrolyzed, for example, Enfamil's would be Gentlease, compared to Similac's would be Total Comfort, compared to Gerber's would be Soothe, those would be roughly equivalent. Different brands, yes, but roughly equivalent. We're talking about in the middle of an infant formula shortage in which you were trying to purchase something similar to what your baby's already on. Of course, it's ideal to stay on what they're tolerating and just keep doing it. But I'm talking about if you're in a situation where you can't find the formula your baby's on. Now, you need to understand, if your baby has been diagnosed with cow's milk protein allergy or sensitivity manifested by blood and mucus in the stool, or poor weight gain, or failure to thrive, then it's really important that your baby stay on an elemental formula. Those are the formulas that take the cow's milk proteins, casein and whey, and break them down into the individual amino acids. Now, those would be, Enfamil's is called Nutramigen, Similac's is called Alimentum, which is what had the original recall, which probably helped to get this whole infant formula shortage really worsened. And then Gerber's elemental formula is called extensively hydrolyzed. So all of those are the individual amino acid breakdown of the protein kind of formulas, and those are the only kind your baby should be on if they are allergic or sensitive to cow's milk protein. Now remember, all infants should be either breastfed, that's our gold standard, or if formula fed, up through 12 months only formula. And then in the normal course of things, once your baby has its first birthday, if there's no history of allergies, they can switch to regular whole cow's milk. And we like the whole cow's milk for the fat content from 12 months to 24 months, because that's a time of rapid brain development. And to wrap those neurons in myelin sheaths, your baby needs some good fat to do that properly. So if it's earlier than the birthday, should you start introducing whole milk sooner because there's a shortage of formula? No, you should not. You should still follow all of these guidelines, okay? So I would encourage you to call your child's own pediatrician for a few reasons. They can explain this to you in more detail based on your individual baby's history. They may have samples at their office. I can't guarantee it or promise it, but they might, and they might be able to offer those to you. And at least they could just explain exactly what you do and when and how to do it. Maybe they have coupons or other sources. And so I would encourage you to not panic and not to hoard. We think this is sort of resembling the whole toilet paper debacle we had at the onset of this pandemic 2 years ago. So please don't panic or overbuy. I surely hope, if you're a kind person out there and you have extra formula left over or free or samples, that you would share that kindly with people as a way of showing your love for humanity and just being a genuinely nice person. And you would never dream of price gouging or charging ridiculous amounts, which what is happening right now on some social media platforms. So that's really despicable, guys. Don't ever do that. It's so gross. So Please ask your pediatrician if you have further questions. Please do not make homemade infant formula. And remember that store brands are just fine. I hope this helped. Please like, share, subscribe. And if you have additional questions, let me know. And I'm always open for ideas about additional video topics. Thanks.